Welcome back. I'm so happy you're joining me again for another video, and if this is your first time here, very warm welcome to you and thanks for joining our community. I'm Lucy, your narrator. Before we get started, if you haven't already subscribed, please kindly take a moment right now and click that subscribe button and notification bell so you can be alerted of every time I upload a new video. And also please watch this video to the end to see the preview trailer and some behind the scenes photos. To Kill a Mockingbird is a crime and drama movie. It was written by Harper Lee and directed by Robert Mulligan. It was released in the USA in 1962 and it stars Gregory Peck. And some of his co-stars were Robert Duvall, Alice Ghostley, Brock Peters, Paul Fix, Phillip Alford, Mary Badham, John Megna, Rosemary Murphy, Frank Overton, Estelle Evans, and others. The movie is about Atticus Finch, a widowed lawyer in Depression-era Alabama, defends a black man against an undeserved rape charge, and his children against prejudice. And now for some behind-the-scenes trivia and tidbits. The character of Dill was based on Truman Capote, who had been a childhood friend of Harper Lee, when he was sent to live with relatives in Lee's hometown each summer. Capote in turn based one of his characters in his literary work, Other Voices, Other Rooms, upon his recollection of Harper Lee. In interviews, Lee implied as much, and in American Masters in 1985, a season 26 episode 3, Hey Boo, Harper Lee, and To Kill a Mockingbird, it was stated that Dill was the only character which Lee admitted to have fully based on a real person. And the courthouse that was copied for this film still stands in Monroeville, Alabama, and is now a museum dedicated to the book, this movie, and the life of Nell Harper Lee and the people represented in this work. Additionally, the town of Monroeville, population approximately 7,000, produces a community play based on the book, held on the grounds of the courthouse and inside the courtroom every year. The play receives rave reviews, an achievement given that there are no trained actors in it, and it has been performed by the Monroeville cast at the Kennedy Center and in Israel. Tickets typically sell out just a few hours after going on sale. The town contains several historic markers bearing information on Lee and Truman Capote. The courthouse is no longer used for actual court proceedings. Much of it is not air-conditioned nor heated due to its old age. A new courthouse stands adjacent to it in the town's square. And this was the film debut of Alice Ghostley. And Mary Badham, who plays Scout, and Gregory Peck, who plays Atticus, became close during filming and kept in contact for the rest of his life. Peck always called her Scout, her character role, while Badham called him Atticus. Mary Badham, at age 9 during filming, became the youngest girl to receive an Oscar nomination for Best Actress in a Supporting Role, coincidentally losing the award to another child actress, Patty Duke, at age 14 for The Miracle Worker in 1962. And this was the official credited film debut of Robert Duvall, who had no dialogue. And Robert Duvall stayed out of the sun for 6 weeks and dyed his hair blonde for the role of Arthur Boo Radley, who, according to the story, spent much of his life as a recluse. The character of Radley is based in part on Harper Lee's recollection of Alfred's son, Bulwer, who lived with his parents in a dilapidated, mostly boarded up house just a few doors away from the Lee house. His father kept him confined to the house after young Alfred was involved in an incident of vandalism, described in the book and in the movie as leaving the house only at night because the sun hurt his eyes. This might suggest that Boo Radley suffered from albinism, or a lack of pigment in the skin, in the hair, and in the irises of the eyes. And after being offered the role of Atticus Finch, Gregory Peck quickly read Harper Lee's novel in one sitting and called director Robert Mulligan immediately afterwards to say that he would gladly play it. And Atticus Finch was modeled on Harper Lee's own father, Amasa A.C. Lee. He was an attorney and Alabama state legislator whose 1923 defense of a black client partially inspired the novel's trial. Like Amasa Lee, the character of Atticus Finch was not only an attorney, but also a state legislator and a widowed single father. Gregory Peck met with Amasa Lee, who was then 82 years old, and formed a strong bond with him. Unfortunately, Lee died while the movie was filming, so Harper gave Peck his watch and chain. Peck was wearing that same watch and chain at the Academy Award ceremony the following year, when he won the Oscar for Best Actor. And Brock Peters, who plays Tom Robinson, started to cry while filming his testifying scenes. Without rehearsing it this way, and Gregory Peck, who plays Atticus Finch, said that he looked past him instead of looking at him in the eye to avoid choking up himself. And Brock Peters, who played Tom Robinson in the film, delivered Gregory Peck's eulogy on the date of his funeral and burial on Monday, June 16, 2003.
The defendant is not guilty, but somebody in this courtroom is.
Atticus, Jim says his watch is going to belong to him someday.
That's right.
Why?
Well, customary for the boy to have his father's watch.
What are you going to give me?
I don't know that I have much else of value that belongs to me. But there's a pearl necklace. There's a ring that belonged to your mother. And I put them away, and they're to be yours. Did anybody call a doctor, Sheriff?
No, sir.
Why not?
Well, I didn't think it was necessary. She was pretty well beat up. Something sure happened. It was obvious.
Got it all right, Mr. Finch.
Stay inside, son. Keep him in there, Cal. He's within range. Check.
Take him, Mr. Finch.
Oh, no, Mr. Tate. He can't shoot.
Don't waste time, Hank.
For God's sake, Mr. Finch, he's got to be killed right away before he starts running. Look where he is. I can't shoot that well, you know it.
I haven't shot a gun in years.
Well, I'd feel mighty comfortable if you did now.
Don't go near that.
Yes? Atticus?
There, son.
Nothing.
What's the matter, boy? Can't you talk? Didn't you know your daddy's the best shot in this county?
Oh, hush, Heck. Let's get back to town.
Yes, sir.
I'll send Zebo out right away to pick him up.
In our courts, all men are created equal.
Strong enough to choke the breath out of a woman and sling her to the floor?
I never done that, sir.
But you're strong enough to.
I reckon so, sir.
How come you so all-fired anxious to do that woman's chores?
Looks like she didn't have nobody to help her.
You mighty good fella, it seems. Did all that for not one penny.
Yes, sir. I felt right sorry for her.
Hey, Atticus.
Jim, go home. And take Scout and Dill home with you. Son, I said go home.
No, sir.
Well, I'll send him home.
Don't you touch him! Let him go! Let him go!
That'll do, Scout.
Ain't nobody gonna do Jim that away.
Now, you get him out of here, Mr. Finch.
Jim, I want you to please leave.
No, sir.
Jim?
I tell you, I ain't going.
Hey, Captain, somebody told me just now that they thought that you believed Tom Robinson's story again, iron. You know what I said? I said you wrong, man. You dead wrong. Mr. Finch ain't taking this story against iron. Well, they was wrong, wasn't it?
I've been appointed to defend Tom Robinson. Now that he's been charged, that's what I intend to do. Tom, will you catch this, please? Thank you. Now then, this time, will you please catch it with your left hand?
I can't, sir.
Why can't you?
I can't use my left hand at all. I got it caught in a cotton gin when I was 12 years old. All my muscles were tore loose.
You want to tell us what really happened?
I got something to say. And if you ain't gonna do nothing about it, then you're just a bunch of lousy, yellow, stinking cowards.
To Kill a Mockingbird, a screen classic for all time.
If you like that one, we've got a lot more. Hotter than your morning coffee.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, I would greatly appreciate it if you would please kindly give me a like, comment below, share with others, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell to be alerted of every time I upload a new video. Please come back to see the next one. Until then, bye for now and be blessed.